What is up? Welcome back. Thank you for joining me today for the daily market update. So we're going to jump straight in with today's Bitcoin price, which is 16,500 or just under. If I scroll down a little bit, you can see past my fat head there. Scroll down a bit more. So we got Bitcoin holding 16,500 at the moment, which seems to be a pretty good range for Bitcoin to be holding. It's between the 16,300, 16,600, roughly around those margins. It just seems to be bouncing between, as we can see there. For the past 7 days, not really much to talk about. Same with Ethereum. I would have thought that Bitcoin and Ethereum would have dropped a little bit over the past 24 hours or so with the China protests and stuff, but we seem to be holding quite strong there. So in the grand scheme of things, we scroll up just a little bit, we can see we are on 838 billion. So we're still definitely marginally under the 1 trillion mark. So always remember, guys, I think the most we've ever had in crypto is nearly 3 trillion. So we can 3x in the entire crypto market quite easily for a top, which is obviously going to be a lot more than we think. So we can see PancakeSwap up 2.9%. We can see Solana up 1.6%. Now, Solana's an interesting one at the moment. I've always liked the Solana network. I always thought it found its niche with the NFT community and stuff. But as things are progressing with the FTX fiasco and stuff like that, Solana held a lot of their treasury on FTX. So the problem is now is how can we trust Solana after this? That's a very, very, very rookie move. Like, leaving all your treasury on an exchange, I mean, wow. Moving on. So Solana isn't the be-all, end-all at the moment, so there is some news to talk about. Number one we're going to jump into is the Hedera NFT volume skyrockets. So this is a really interesting one. So Hedera may be the new NFT platform. We'll have to wait and see on that one. But as you can see on this graph, we can see gradual increase in Hedera HBAR's NFT activity. So I've heard a lot of people talking about Hedera NFTs, but I've never really looked into them much myself. Maybe a little bit here and there. Crypto Mason talks about them a lot, so it's one of those situations. But it seems to be a lot of activity on the chain, which is really, really good news. Really, really good news. So I do like Hedera. I think Hedera is going to do really, really well in the future. One of the main things about Hedera is its fact it's a very low emissions blockchain, very, very low emissions. It's very, very cheap to use, so I do think that Hedera is going to do very, very well in the future. I do hold a bag myself, so do with that information what you will, guys. And moving back on, so we're jumping over to the Bitcoin chart real quickly. As we can see, we've had a pretty good couple of hours, but it's mainly gone from the 3,200 mark back down to the back up to the 16,500 mark. So we just pretty much stuck within these ranges at the moment, as you can see there. So not really much to report on a price wise, but news wise we do have some interesting ones. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is BlockFI. So BlockFI has gone bankrupt, and a lot of other companies underneath the BlockFi have gone bankrupt. So this is not a good thing. This is just another one of a long list going under. So basically what this article is talking about is they are suing Sam Bankman-Fried over collateral. So apparently he promised to hold a certain coin, but he ended up selling this coin, something along those lines. Anyway, they're trying to get as much money back from Sam Bankman-Fried as they can. At this point, it's going to be like getting blood out of a stone, so I don't really believe that they're going to get anything out of this, but you never know. So, cryptocurrency lender BlockFi and 8 affiliates filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. So, just a couple of these is going to be AAX and a New York-based Genesis Global Trading, a crypto investment arm of a venture capital firm, a digital currency group. So there's a few of them there that have all gone under. Genesis, AAX, all under BlockFi. So it does say in the article the BlockFi do have roughly around 200 odd million left. So I don't know whether they're going to, it basically says they're going to use this for a restructuring event. So basically what this means is the people who do hold their money on BlockFi probably won't be getting it back. That's just the way it's going to be. Hopefully we can see some money come back to the people who need it, but we'll have to wait and see on that one, won't we? There we go. Where does it say? Sam Bankman-Fried's holding company seeking his shares in Robinhood Markets Incorporated that were pledged as collateral early this November. Sam Bankman-Fried agreed to help bail out BlockFi with a $250 million revolving credit facility in June, but basically pulled out. So this was all, for the Terra Luna stablecoin collapse. This is what it all sparked this off. Sam Bankman-Fried was then trying to buy all these So Sam Bankman-Fried was trying to buy all these companies that were going under, going bankrupt, insolvent, whatever. But he ended up going insolvent himself. So, what does that tell you? If FTX had been run by a responsible and experienced management team, this never would have happened. They probably still do business today. That's probably true, because a lot of the people he had in control of Alameda Research and FTX were not really sure what they were doing. You know what I mean? Losing that much company funds and that much customer funds is absolutely incredible. So we don't think this FTX fiasco is over yet. It's going to be a while before any of this actually comes around properly. So we do have some interesting news there from BitBoy Crypto. Ben Armstrong, BitBoy Crypto. So he is currently in the Bahamas searching for Sam Bankman-Fried. He's running around with a microphone in his hand, going to every Tom, Dick and Sally trying to find Sam Bankman-Fried. It's been quite comical to watch. So basically, Sam Bankman-Fried and I have agreed to do Twitter Space within the next 2 weeks. So guys, keep your eye out for this Twitter Space. This is going to be a massive one if this goes ahead. Is he taking the piss? I don't know. Thing about Ben is nobody really knows if he is taking the piss or not. He has unblocked me on Twitter for now, so you can confirm we have spoken. Looking forward to getting the answers to the questions that the community must have to move forward. So really, really important news there. He was also at the Tether, USDT. He was also at the USDT offices recently trying to find out information on what's going on there, but no one was home. It was a Sunday, so, why would anybody be there on a Sunday? Anyway, it's been very, very interesting to watch BitBoy Crypto running through the parking lots with his mobile phone in his hand, trying to catch anybody, security guards, you name it, anybody coming out of the hotel. It's been quite comical. So what else have we got to talk about? So, Spanish government to add a crypto clause to the criminal code. So basically, this just describes currencies in all intangible forms of payment. So basically it's saying cryptocurrencies are digital currencies within this sort of like what do you call it, clause. Essentially it's just saying that cryptocurrencies and digital currencies and stuff will be included when they're talking about breaking the law and obviously laundering money, etc. So very interesting there. Nice to see people countries are moving forward and essentially proactive for crypto crime and stuff. So crypto crime is quite prevalent, but so is every other type of crime in the world. So I wouldn't say that crypto has any more. In fact, I'd say crypto has less crime because it's so much less anonymous, basically. So if I jump on chain right now, I can see exactly how much money is in people's wallets. I can see where they're sending this money to. There's a few privacy blockchains out there, things like Monero, but mainly it's going to be, quite safe. So this is an interesting one. This is all about Ripple. Ripple versus SEC, when will it end? So basically over the past couple of days, let's go up a little bit. According to defense attorney and former federal prosecutor, both Ripple and the SEC filed their summary judgments, which basically means they're pretty much done. This is all they want to say, both of them each, and basically this is going to go on ahead. As several important dates to follow. So we got the 30th of November, the affirmation pledgings. Anyway, on December 2nd, Ripple and the SEC were scheduled to meet and jointly discuss redactions before the release was scheduled for December 5th. So basically, there's a few different dates coming forward. A lot of people think that we're basically going to end the lawsuit. I don't believe so. There we go. In recent speculation has arisen on 5th of December. Now possibly 2nd December could a landmark date for the settlement between SEC and the Ripple. I don't believe that they're going to be settled anytime this year. Definitely not. At least not till January next year, because there's still meetings to go ahead in January. So I do think it's still going to go ahead. ahead a little bit further. So another thing to talk about is basically why these summary judgments have been filed. So a lot of people are thinking that the SEC do not want to release the Hinman documents, so they're just going to settle with the with Ripple. So we could see this happen. You know, there's going to be a lot of interesting things to talk about in the next couple of months. With Library losing Library coin. So Library coin actually lost and is technically a security now. We've also had Polkadot come out and say they were originally ICO'd as a security, but are no longer a security, are technically software. So very interesting. There's a lot of different things to discuss with this case. And it's not over yet, guys. It's definitely not over yet. So what else have we got to talk about? So we have BlockFI filing for bankruptcy. We've been through this, but they're also suing Sam Bankman-Fried. We've already been through this as well. So yeah, we're definitely going to have to wait a little bit longer just to see what's going to actually happen with the fallout from Sam Bankman-Fried, essentially. So BNB has had a bit of a pump over the past 24 hours. We're jumping over to crypto bubbles real quickly. Dogecoin up 10%. I'm not too sure why Dogecoin has pumped up so much in the past 24 hours, but there we go. I don't know if Elon Musk has said anything. Maybe, you never know. But BNB was also doing some movement, mainly because of their release of the thing called their launch pad, which basically is going to mean that coins can be dropped or ICO'd through BNB. So that's why that was pumping over the past 24 hours. There's a few people making videos about it, but I don't think it's that important to talk about. Next up, we have, it's going to be Terra Luna. So Terra Luna, 70 million into Luna Classic in a week as interest returns in Terra Luna Classic. So as we can see there, we've definitely had a movement over the past couple of, 7 days there. We can see we've had some definite movement. So this is an interesting one. So I don't believe that the Luna blockchain is completely dead. I do believe that it's going to be a meme coin of the next bull run. Because it's a popular coin and people lost a lot of money, and I don't believe that people are going to be happy about losing that much money. They're going to try and squeeze everything they can out of Luna just to get it back to anywhere near where we could be. The problem with Luna is obviously the supply. The supply isn't getting diminished or burnt as you know anywhere near sort of the speed in which we need to see a decent price for Luna Classic. So we do have to wait a decent amount. There is a good burn going on, but it's nowhere near enough for us to see, you know, a penny, for instance, a cent, you know, let alone 10 cents to $1. That's just not possible. I think there's quadrillions of coins these days, which is absolutely staggering. So we do have to burn an incredible amount of coins just for us to get down to a marginal pool, you know, marginal token pool. So we're gonna have to wait and see what can actually happen there. Why is Luna rallying? No real reason why. Mainly Dogecoin and Shiba Inu, as you can see there. So it is a meme coin, but it also is a usable chain, you know. With the development of Terra Luna Classic, V22 upgrade standing as a critical aspect, the upgrade seeks to enable governance changes, staking, and a burn. So this is really, really good news. Hopefully, we can see a little bit more of a burn over the next couple of months. So let me know down in the comments below what you guys think of Luna. Are you holding a bag just in case, hoping for a bit of a moon bag? You know, even if you hold a couple of 100,000 Luna, one day, guys, you still ain't going no pound. So the odds of us getting anywhere near to $1 is slim to none at the moment, guys, slim to none. But we'll have to see what can happen with the burn. So Bitcoin shrugs off BlockFi, China's protest as Bitcoin holds 16k. So very interesting, considering BlockFi has gone bankrupt and a few other chains, you know, Genesis, a few other ones, AAX, you know, and Bitcoin is still holding its price. Even with the China protest, Bitcoin is still holding its price, which is 16,500 today. So that's really, really interesting. I think that's interesting anyway. You know, it just goes to show there's a very strong support, strong range, essentially, should I say, strong range. So there's not really much to report on this one. It's just talking about how we are just hovering between lines, as you can see there. We're just hovering between ranges. But the only thing we do have to talk about is the China thing. So as we can see there, the Asian market has bounced up back strongly, which is interesting. You would have thought the Asian market would be quite suppressed with all the protesting and bits and bobs, but apparently not. So this is the Hong Kong Hang Seng, up 5.2%, as you can see there. We also have the Shanghai Composite Index is up 2.3% as well. So that's quite good for a stock market. So very, very interesting news there, guys. A few other things we want to talk about. Cardano activity among top 3 chains with the highest daily development. Very interesting there. So I was never a massive fan of Cardano, but it's seeming to prove itself as a very stable and a very strong coin. So interesting. As we can see there, we got Ethereum and Cosmos is the top 2 in terms of daily development on GitHub. We also have Cardano, Polkadot, and a few other ones down the bottom. We got Elrond, ICP, Internet Computer, Filecoin, and Hedera. So Hedera is looking quite low, but it is on the top 10, looking very good. So it is interesting to see that Cardano is number 3. Where is Solana? That's what I would like to know. Where is Solana on this list? Looks like nobody's building onto Solana recently, so I don't blame them, you know. Obviously, with all the stuff that's been happening with Solana, a lot of people don't want to touch Sol with the 10-foot barge pole, but interesting. So last thing we got to talk about is this one there. So I always do a little bit of airdrops, a little bit of alpha for you guys right at the end of the video, because why join in if you don't get any alpha? So this is an interesting one here. So these are 3 dApps. So we got Lit Protocol, Litty Protocol, we got Sturdy Finance, and we got Vaults. So I'll retweet this one. So this is going to be all about trying to get involved in another airdrop possible. So I will be retweeting this one. I'll do it now. Boom, retweet. So if you jump on over to my Twitter, you'll be able to find this one, and you'll be able to read the thread and basically get all the alpha information to obviously participate in this airdrop. Token is yet to be launched. Investors include Coinbase, Dragonfly Capital, and 1KX exchange. I think that's an exchange, 1KX. So it's a cross-chain bridge, a DEX aggravator. Interesting. Cross-chain bridge. So bridges are usually, you know, a point of vulnerability on blockchains, so we'll see how this one can cope. Next one's going to be Sturdy. Sturdy is a new kind of DeFi lending protocol that enables users to earn high stablecoin yields and take out interest-free loans. Very, very interesting. Investors include KuCoin, SoftBank, and Pantera. And the last one we've got to talk about is Vaults. Vaults is a non-custodial automated market maker for interest rate swaps. It's another one to get involved in. Investors include Coinbase. So this is basically how to get involved. You're going to jump on over to this app there, do a little bit of trading on the pool, provide liquidity. Doesn't have to be a lot of liquidity, and off you go. So what else we got moving? We got Dogecoin in the charts, as you can see there in the trending charts, mainly because of the pump. I'm not too sure why. We're not going to go into it, but that's probably an interesting one there. So thank you very much for joining me today, guys. I think that's pretty much all we got time for. So make sure you smash the sub button, the like and subscribe, and all those other good things. I probably will be live on TikTok in about an hour if you are free. So thank you very much, guys, and we'll see you in the next one.